Hello everybody. Alright, so let's take a look. This is Geometry Learning Target 4A. Our learning objective today is to make a conjecture, which is hypothesize, about the angles formed by a pair of parallel lines and a transversal. Our slow or school-wide learning objective is to use knowledge and expertise to identify patterns and make connections to new situations. Our previous knowledge that we're going to need to know how to do is we need to know what a transversal is, what corresponding angles are, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, same side interior angles, same side exterior angles, vertical angles, and adjacent angles. So let's do a quick warm-up. Okay, well done. Alright, so you know what? First I wonder what the heck these things are. Well, so what those things are is to tell us that those lines right here, line AB and line segment AB and line segment CD, those two line segments are parallel. That's what those little arrows indicate. You know what? So I don't want to start with just that. Our goal today is to see if there's some kind of pattern, some kind of relationship between all of the measures of these angles, and to see how that can help us in the real world. So you know what I want to start with first? I want to see what happens when those lines aren't parallel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another little applet. Okay, so this is a good one. What I want you to do is I want you to focus. I hate when that happens. I want you to focus on this measure of this angle here. I know it has decimals. Don't worry about it. Alright, so the measure, if I were to take a protractor and measure that angle right there, what do you notice? So hopefully you noticed that this angle over here on this side is exactly the same measure. Oh, wait a minute. What about this angle here, the measure in here, compared to that measure? I wonder if that happens all the time. I tell you what, let's find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase all of this, and there we go. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, you know what? I don't care about whether they're parallel or not. That's too specific at this point. So I'm just going to move this line, and I'm going to see what happens. Again, let's focus on this and this. It's weird. All right, what if I move this one? Is there a name for those kind of angles, the ones that are across from each other? I think they have a name. Names that are angles that are across from each other, that are made by intersecting lines. What are those called? That's right, vertical angles. Vertical angles are always congruent. These lines, doesn't have to be anything specific about the lines. They just have to be straight lines that intersect. Vertical angles are congruent. There's also another property that happens, but I'm not going to be able to get it onto this app. This app is cool because this one, what it does is it actually measures the two angles. So I had to get rid of the extra segment there. So if I look at these two angles over here, and now I want to, it's actually going to add them up. So if I got ADC and I got BDC, right, it puts them over here, but over here it adds them up. Huh, that's interesting. What if I move this? What do you notice? Right, these change. This one changes. What about this one? What if I move this? What if I move this? What if I move this? Can I move this? Ooh, it even lets me move that. How awesome is that? When two angles add up to 180, what's that called again? That's right. Two angles. These are called, I wonder what are these angles called? Isn't there a specific name for those angles? Oh, yeah, a linear pair. There's two of them, and together they make a line. So a linear pair are supplementary. Two angles, when you add them up together and they equal 180, is supplementary. You know what? That information is so important. If you don't already have it down in your notes, you should go ahead and add it to your notes. Vertical angles are always congruent, and vertical angles that are vertical angles, what are they? They're angles that are across from each other when you take two lines and you intersect them. A linear pair are supplementary. That means the sum of the measures of two angles that together create a line, a linear pair, are 180 degrees. The sum of the measures is 180 degrees. Go ahead and pause it and copy it if you need to. That's not the whole picture though. There's so much more. So take a look. I'm going to go to another app. Actually, let me go back to this one. Alright, so when those lines are not parallel, I think we covered everything that we could find out. I mean, there might be something else going on, but honestly, I don't want to spend a lot of time. I want to see something that's obvious. So let's take a look at this one. Let's just check the next. Oh, wait. You know what? Let's make them parallel. If we make them parallel... Wait a minute. Corresponding angles. So corresponding angles, let's take a look at, just pick one angle. You know what? I like purple. So I'm going to start with the purple one. I'm going to pick the corresponding angle. Well, that makes it easy. I love the color because now the corresponding angle, right, the bottom left with the bottom left, what do you notice? Wait a minute. Look at the pink ones. Those are also corresponding angles. And the blue ones are also corresponding angles. What do you notice? Right, so corresponding angles look like they're congruent. And they are. Corresponding angles are always congruent. Matter of fact, that is so important. Let's copy that down. There you go. By magic, I hurried up and wrote that down. You can pause it and copy it if you need to. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So the next one, we have, actually I'm not going to do vertically opposite, we already did that, vertical angles. Alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Well, now we can just focus on the inside. And of course, alternate means the opposite side of the transversal. What do you notice? What do you notice? Alright, so let's go ahead and copy that down. Bingo! Alternate interior angles are congruent. Go ahead and pause it and copy it, and when you're done, come on back. I wonder about alternate exterior angles. I wonder if those are also congruent. Let's take a look. Alternate exterior, so the pink and the pink, the blue, is that blue? And the blue. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Cool. Let's add that to our list. There you go. Go ahead and copy it and pause it if you need to, and come on back when you're done. I wonder if same side interior angles are congruent. Let's take a look. Same side. So they write it as interior same side. I always do it as same side interior, same side exterior. Let's take a look. Same side, same side. Nope, not congruent. Not here either. What about over here? Because I'm just curious. Nope, nope. I wonder if there's any kind of relationship. What do you think? Okay, so let's go to the same side exterior angle. So go ahead and pause it, take yourself a calculator and add them up. If you don't do this, you are missing out, because the magic is all in seeing what happens when you actually take part in your own education. So take a look, pause it, and add those up. 113 plus 67, what do you get? So, yep, you've got 180. That means those are supplementary. That's right. What about the other ones? Let's take a look. Add them up. 67 and 113. Wait a minute. 67 and 113. So alternate exterior angles are congruent, but same side exterior angles are supplementary. Supplementary, and look, they're the opposite of what they say. Oh, that's so cool. I couldn't find one really that was same side interior, but take my word for it. Same side interior, so this one in here and this one in here, those are also supplementary. Because if you have 113 here, we know these are vertical angles, so this is 67 right here. And then this one over here, this is 113, so this is 67, this is 113. Again, they're supplementary. The cool thing to take out of this, let's see if I can do this, is that they are either supplementary or congruent. There is no other option. I'm going to save this one more time because it's so important. All of these angles, if those two lines right here, A and B, line A and line B, are parallel, then all of these angles are only one of two choices. They're either the same, congruent, or they're supplementary. And so now we just have to have a quick way to figure out well, we're going to be solving problems with these. So we have to be able to know which ones they are really, really quick and very, very easily. So we're going to write down the last set of points, notes, and then we're going to move on from there. Alright, so here are the finalized notes. Go ahead and copy them down, pause it, and replay as necessary. I'm going to move on. Let's see if we can see a pattern here. Okay, so you should notice that there are 3 of these yellow highlights, 2 of the green ones. So there are only 2 that are supplementary. So if we could remember which ones are supplementary, we're good to go. So let's see if we could figure a way to be able to remember that.